Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the Ultra Space Time Rush. So basically, we're going to take a look at how you can beat Ultra Space Time Rush 2 completely free to play. Now, it doesn't really matter too much in a sense of, basically, to cut a long story short, going free to play here is not important. I would argue that it's actually a waste of time to go free to play here. So for me, 100% I would say don't follow this. Like, don't think, oh wow, he did it with event exclusive characters, I should totally do it with, like, there's no point. Use your normal box. The rewards are fantastic for Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. It's arguably one of the few events in Legends that is just a very cool, fun event to get some really, really good rewards. If we take a look at Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush 1, you get 5 Zenkai coins, which is obviously pretty good, and gives you a lot of good power boost. And then Rush 1 gives you, Rush 2 gives you 10. So between both of those events, which I am now going to have done free to play, you can get 15 Zenkai coins, which is quite a bit. It's 1,500 Zenkai power for a unit of your choosing. Any unit that's been Zenkai'd pretty much at any time, except for like the very latest unit. So yeah, very, very good basically overall. So we're taking on the final stage here. There are 4 in Zenkai Rush 2. There are in total 5 stages. So the first stage is against Omega Shenron, GT Baby, and Super 17. Your requirements are to battle with 1 Future Trunks Saga category unit and battle with 2 Element Blue category units. There are a lot of boost characters for the stage. Most of them have to do with the kind of their blue Saiyans. They're like Super Saiyan God Blues and everything like that. So you're going to want to try and use those characters. Battle boost characters are very important. They have the biggest boost. Notable free-to-play units that have a good boost are the Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Goku, the red and blue ones. Those are who I used pretty much to take on that event. I'm going to show you guys my list after this attempt so you guys can get a good idea. The second battle, which is against Janemba, Turles, and of course Bojack, you're required to battle with 1 Super Saiyan God SS character or more, and again 2 Element Purple character units. Obviously that makes it quite challenging because you are facing 2 yellow units. Just remember the challenges don't need to be done with a victory. So I'd like to preface this, as you hopefully know, when you do Ultra Zenkai Space Time Rush, if you take on the stage and you do not complete it, but you use the challenge unit. So if I take on the second stage and I use the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan character, and 2 purple characters, and I get knocked out in 10 seconds, I will still have completed those challenges, and then the next time I fight the stage, I can use whatever selection of units I want. So it really encourages a wide box, because a lot of the times you're going to be going in with a disadvantage, and if you don't win, you basically want to be able to go in with an advantage and to do a lot of damage the next time. Very similarly, obviously boost characters are boost characters. Similar to the first pack, it's a lot of these Super Saiyan Blue category units, which is helpful but also quite a hindrance because we don't have a lot of them as free-to-play options. Then stage 3, as you can see here, by the way, we lost, but I completed the challenges. So that's a great example of the fact that you can lose and you can complete the challenges. If you take a look at the characters I've used, you'll see here, all of the characters with the little golden sign do have a boost. It's like 50%. It's nothing major, but it is something. But yeah, you can see I've run through quite a fair amount of characters. I haven't run through just like 3 per stage, which would just be 15. I've been running through a lot of characters to try and complete this stage. So when you're using only event exclusive units, it is quite challenging because you have a much more limited variety of units than you do if you use your whole box. And that's why I say using your whole box is very important, because you'd rather use your box especially with supporting units. Like, I can't really afford, as you've noticed, to use supporting units when I'm using event exclusive ones, because if I want to only use event exclusive units, putting in support units for that extra boost doesn't work, because I'm going to run out of units that I need later on to reattempt stages, and I need the versatility and the variety of units to really take on the stage quite well. So it is quite a challenge. But yeah, I do suggest using your whole box. Don't do the whole event exclusive thing. It is just to show that it is possible, in a sense, if that makes sense. Then stage 3 is against a red Zamasu, red Goku Black, and a blue Cell. Battle with one future Trunks Saga character or more, battle with one yellow character or more. This one was a lot easier because you only required one yellow character, fortunately, but it was still quite challenging, especially because that yellow character basically wasn't effective against any types. Then in stage 4 you fight a yellow Jiren, a purple Topper, and a purple Dispo. Here again the requirement is Super Saiyan God SS, and you need to battle with one in green type. Obviously the green type's at a big disadvantage facing two purples, and Super Saiyan God SS seems to be the theme of Rush 2, but for me it was just I started running out of the free-to-play Super Saiyan God SS units quite quickly, so you have to be very careful with how you place them. Try and only use them basically when you're taking on the stage, because you need to use 2 Super Saiyan God SS characters and 2 Trunks characters, so try and use the free-to-play Trunks characters as best you can that aren't Super Saiyan God SS units, and then rather use things like the purple Super Saiyan God SS Goku, or the red Super Saiyan God SS Goku, or the blue Super Saiyan God SS Vegeta free-to-play units to try and fill everything out. And then finally, obviously this stage that we're currently on, if you guys didn't see in the beginning, we're facing a red Kid Buu, red Broly, and a green Cooler, and we're required to battle with one future Trunks Saga character or one Element Yellow character as well. So yeah, obviously the Element Yellow is going to give you some problems. Again, remember, you don't have to complete the challenges first time. The big issue when you're only using event exclusive units is that you're just going to run out of units basically by the time you're able to essentially complete the event, and that's an issue I had, and now I am missing 1 or 2 event exclusive units. I 100% can still 7 plus a lot of the event exclusive units, the Legends Road units and stuff like that. So there is still room for the for the event exclusive units to kind of push and grow. The biggest issue is essentially that I don't think essentially the biggest issue is just that I don't think Zenkai Rush 3 is going to be available to do for event exclusive. If you look here, we just don't have a lot of unit options, and it's just getting a lot, we're running out here pretty much. We've managed to take out obviously Cooler, which is great. Kid Buu's almost down. Broly's still got a whole second life basically, which is something important to note. But yeah, we are managing to work our way through, but you can see the damage that these units do comparatively is just not great. As you work your way down the list, especially when you start using some of the older event exclusive units, or maybe units that you haven't managed to Zenkai yet, then you are going to run into a lot more of a brick wall than traditionally you would, essentially, because it is, I don't want to say overtly challenging, but it is difficult, especially when you haven't maxed out some of these units. So event exclusive, like I said, isn't the best way to take on this. You don't want to do event exclusive. It's not something you should do. It's not, I don't think it's a note of worthiness or an accomplishment or anything. It's just to show that it is possible, and to show that you have the ability to do so, and to show essentially to players that they have the options in their box, especially if they've been playing a while. If you haven't been playing a while, but you've been summoning like crazy, there are like 400 and something summonable units that you probably have that you could use instead. There's no limit to how many units you can use to complete a Zenkai Space-Time Rush, and so I highly suggest that you just go for it anyway. Like I said, you're not going to lose out anything by just doing a crazy amount of runs and throwing every unit you have at trying to beat Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush. Like that, you're not going to lose out on anything. So yeah, just go for it, just give it your best shot. The rewards are honestly awesome, and with those rewards you can get so many cool things, like main being the Zenkai power, but there's a lot of other great rewards: awakening equipment, Zenkai souls. There's just plenty that you can get from Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush, so I highly suggest that you guys do try and take it on. As you can see here, we're like kind of throwing everything in a caution to the wind style to try and finish off this final fight, because you kind of have to. Like you need to do damage, and you need to try and like get rid of the enemies, and you need to finish things off. Unfortunately, it is one of those things. I'm gonna be entirely honest and let you know now that I do not finish this technically fully event exclusive, and you're gonna see that basically I finish the final 2% of Broly's health with a summonable unit, because yes, I do not manage to actually technically do it, which is one of those things. Basically, I don't want to say it's impossible, but yeah, basically I did struggle, and that's why it's good to show that these are things. Like if you look here, we miss a Rising Rush. That was a big blow. Now Broly and Kid Buu are literally left on a single health, which is not a lot, but they're left on a single bar, and that's what I mean by like event exclusive just limits you. That's why it's not such a good idea. Like you're gonna be able to get it done, but as you can see here, like I'm not having an easy time at all, and I'm leaving a lot of great summonable units on the table. Even stuff like hero units or extreme units would be great units to use for this kind of event. So yeah, as you can see here, like I'm throwing in Piccolo in a caution to the wind. He's my final event exclusive unit. He's not going to do a lot of damage, not on his own, not without help, not without support. So yeah, it is pretty tough. But yeah, Piccolo is going to do the final event exclusive damage, and then I will be using some summonable units to finish off the final little bit of their health. Again, yeah, I could still improve the event exclusive units. A lot of them weren't maxed out. A lot of them essentially, I don't have one or two of them as well. So we probably could finish this, essentially with only event exclusive units. And I mean, these guys got down all the way to their final bars of health, which is, pretty impressive. I think it's pretty good. So I'm impressed with the showing, and we're going to finish them off and take a look at the rewards, and then we'll call it there for the video. So we're basically just going to finish things up with like a normal team, basically just the summonable units that you'd be able to use, so nothing too crazy. And we're not even going to use crazy ones. We're just going to use like a Goku that you can get, an Extreme Goku and Pan, who are all from the Masters Series 1, and we don't even have Goku Zenkai. So we're just going to use some pretty basic units to kind of round everything out. It's not like we're going to drop the craziest units to finish off the event. And then basically once we finish that, we're going to kind of wrap everything up, take a look at the great rewards that we get, and then we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, Ultra Zenkai Space Time Rush, fantastic rewards, and just overall a good game mode. It's one of the game modes, it's one of the game modes I really enjoy. I really have a great time with Ultra Zenkai Space Time Rush. I think it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of great enjoyment with this, and for me, I think it's great, and I have a lot of fun. And it's easy also. It's easy also to kind of like not. I don't want to say it's easy also to do Zenkai Space Time Rush, but it's not a necessarily a hard event that's tied to having the latest summonable units. It's an event that's like you can tackle with any boss, like any box that you have. So for me, it's really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. As you can see, we completed all of the challenges, the ones that I went through earlier. But you're welcome to read through them now, take a look at them. It all is very straightforward. It's basically Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and Future Trunks episode units. So you should have a decent amount of free-to-play options that you can fill out your box with, but you should also have a lot of summonable options, that you can kind of fill out your box with. So yeah, for me, pretty straightforward game mode and was a lot of fun. Obviously we've completed it. You can see the Z rank if you but that's it. So bye.